What's up, everybody? Tony Beats Guy here, back with Twitter Tuesday. That's where I take your questions and answer them in video format. Make sure you follow me on Twitter. Hashtag TWESDAY is what we use. And at Tony Pizza Guy, because that's my Twitter handle. And quick reminder, OMG Wrestling Podcast tonight, 6 p.m. Central Standard Time over on this YouTube channel. Let's get right into the questions. First question coming in, what were your thoughts on the Raw crowd from London last night? I liked the crowd. I thought they were fun. I heard there was a lot of CM Punk chants, but I think they masked that and they cut a lot of those out. So CM Punk chants were cut out. I did notice during the Stephanie promo they added in fake cheers and stuff like that. That's when I think the bulk of the CM Punk chants came in. But I really love the crowd. I love when they sing theme songs. And I really enjoyed them singing Adam Rose's theme song. I thought that was great. I love Adam Rose. I'm a Rosebud through and throughout. So that's my thoughts on the London crowd. Speaking of crowd reactions, what are your top 3 favorite crowds? Well, this one is very, very easy. Number one right off the bat, I'm going to have to say post-WrestleMania crowd is always an awesome, awesome crowd. That's probably got to be the top one, the post-WrestleMania. The Raw after WrestleMania crowd right away. Chicago, that's another one of my favorites. Number one, it's close to my hometown. I went to WrestleMania there. The crowd is always awesome. And then Philadelphia, because you got the smart ECW fans, and they were just so great back in the day, and they're still great today. So you got Chicago, Philadelphia, and the Raw after WrestleMania crowd. The next question, do you listen to podcasts? Yes, I do listen to podcasts. I actually listen to the Stone Cold Steve Austin podcast and the Colt Cabana podcast. I did used to listen to the Chris Jericho podcast, but when he doesn't really have any guests on that aren't wrestling related, I don't really want to listen to it. And sometimes Stone Cold doesn't do a lot of stuff. He takes his questions and talks to his wife and stuff like that. I do like when he has Fluffy on, Gabriel Iglesias. I thought those were some of the best podcasts. Colt Cabana's is always great no matter what he does. So Colt Cabana, Stone Cold Steve Austin, I listen to those. Usually what I do with podcasts is I will put them on while I'm trying to go to sleep. So it's something to listen to and fall asleep to. Sometimes I'll end up falling asleep and not finishing the podcast, so I'll have to go back and listen to it. But I really do like podcasts. Are you planning on making a Tony Pizza Guy app for the smartphone? I am not sure about that one. I do have the app for the Google Chrome, which you can download by going to omgwrestling.com/TPG app, and you can get it today. You can get it yesterday. You can get it already. Get it, and what it does, it will inform you when I upload videos, when I go live, all that fun stuff, so you know when the videos go up. You don't have to be sitting on YouTube and waiting, refreshing the sub box. You can just get the app. You can download it, and it'll tell you. And if you do download it, make sure you leave a rating and a comment. Let me know, because it helps me out. I don't really know anything about a smartphone app. I would really love to have an app in the iTunes Store and also on Google Play. I don't know how to develop it. I know nothing about it. If there's somebody out there that would want to help me out, or you know somebody that would want to help me out, let me know in the comments below. Who do you want to win the Money in the Bank ladder match this year at the Money in the Bank pay-per-view on June 29th? Is it really coming up? I didn't realize it was coming up that fast. Money in the Bank is always one of my top pay-per-views of the year, and I'm going to have to go for King of Swing Cesaro to win the Money in the Bank this year. I think he's ready. I think he's right there. I don't know if they want to actually have him win the title after winning it. I don't know. I think he's next in line. I think if not him, Brock Lesnar. I think Brock deserves it anyway, but Cesaro's a guy that's right there and almost ready. I think even Roman Reigns would be perfect. You know, there's just so many options I could go with. I mean, even giving it to a big name, like give it to Triple H or something would be kind of cool. Give it to Randy Orton, Batista. I don't know what they want to do. It's all just a weird thing, and it all depends on what they do with the WWE Championship. I think if Daniel Bryan comes back, has to win Money in the Bank, and then try and win the title again, that might be something I could go with that road. But I would like to see Cesaro win it, or Roman Reigns. Either one would be cool. How would you book the storyline for Big E versus John Cena at WrestleMania 31? This match, I honestly don't know that they want to go this route with this match. I don't know that I would even do it. I think that Big E Langston, or just Big E, sorry, I still want to call him Big E Langston. I think that Big E is not at a point in his career where he needs to be feuding with John Cena. I think he needs to shine. I think his personality needs to come out. If you've ever seen any of his Instagram videos, they are hilarious, and he is so funny, and they need to just accentuate that. They need to let that character shine on television instead of doing, like a muscle match with Rusev. They don't need to do that stuff. They need to have his character, his funny personality. Don't make him a comedy gimmick, but at least let people know that he can be fun and entertaining at the same time, and not just a big muscle guy who can get it done in the ring. If you do something like that with Big E, that would be fun. But then again, I don't know that Big E would work as a heel too much. Maybe he could be a heel, but not at the current state he's at. And I don't think that John Cena would be a heel going into WrestleMania. I just don't know that this is a match that we want to see at WrestleMania. Maybe there's some way that we can make it happen. I'm just not sure. But I think that Big E really does need to let his personality shine through. And then maybe we can have a match with him at John Cena. At John Cena? At WrestleMania 31. I said at John. Whatever. You know what I mean. At WrestleMania 31, we'll let his personality shine through and then maybe have that match. Rumors are abound that the WWE are about to offer Kevin Steen a contract. Would he get lost in the shuffle, or would they capitalize on it? I think that Kevin Steen's going to come in and he's not going to go up to the main roster. I think they're going to send him down to the Performance Center, and this is probably the best bet for him to just survive in the WWE. Because a guy like him, I don't know if you remember when Colt Cabana originally came into the WWE. This was pre-Performance Center stuff. They brought him up, they put him on TV, and it didn't work. And it worked with Braden Walker. If you remember, Chris Harris came in. They put him as Braden Walker, put him up on ECW, and it didn't work. I think the Performance Center is the best way that you can have longevity with the talent in your company. You bring in a guy like Kevin Steen, you send him to the Performance Center, you get all the kinks out of him. Everything that they don't like about him, they can just work on it, hone his craft, and then put him on NXT and then bring him up to the main roster. I think it's a very, very smart move. I think it's working great for guys. You got, it worked for Cesaro, and I thought it was perfect for Cesaro. Adam Rose just came up. We have Bo Dallas debuting soon. So it's just one of those things where I think you can go to NXT, you can hone your craft, and you can see if you're going to make it to the main roster. I mean, we saw Chris Hero come in. They repackaged him as Cassius Ohno, and he didn't really do anything. He kind of floundered around. They didn't really like the direction they were going with him, and they let him go. I mean, that could happen with Kevin Steen, but it's better that they bring him in and not force him on television and then let him go. I think if you bring him in, let him work on his craft, then you can bring him up to the main roster. And our last and final question of the day, who do you think will be WWE Champion in 2015? And I have to say, Paul Heyman's client, Brock Lesnar. He defeated The Undertaker's streak at WrestleMania. There's no reason why he shouldn't be WWE Champion in 2015. So make sure you answer that. That is our question of the day. Who do you think will be WWE Champion in 2015? Number one for sure for me is Brock Lesnar. Anyway, guys, thanks for submitting your questions for Twitter Tuesday. We'll be back with Facebook Friday. Again, reminder, 6 p.m. Central Standard Time, OMG Wrestling Podcast. That is it for today. Tony Pizza Guy, frag out.